Hello everybody, happy to be here and I thank you for your time to look into this video. We like to explain to you the Greenwell Point system. The Greenwell Point system is to support the good things we humans do to the environment, also CO2 reduction. That's the big issue today. So we have here an example of an electric car. Electric cars are very expensive, of course, and it needs support. In particular, the recharging points for clean energy, where those batteries are recharged. And therefore, we have this example here. And I go now and like to explain to you first this tree here, this diagram, and then we go further into the titles and so on. As I said before, the Greenwell Points electric car drivers are for more clean battery charging points with solar and wind power. That's really what the vision is for every electric car drivers, that they have clean energy to complete their effort for clean air. On the bottom we say clean air and clean water to maintain healthy food. This is really the life tree, so the input we have to give. We have the electric car drivers receiving those Greenwell points. This is the administrator of Greenwell Points. The car driver gets that free Greenwell points. He can go with those Greenwell points to purchase by participating shops, goods and services. But vendors, participating vendors. Interesting is, because he gets these free points, he has to pay a fee according what he is buying here. Usually it's 18% we're aiming for, that this person here gets one third, that means 6% of this fee here. This is important, that this vendor has to be happy to accept Greenwell points, so therefore he gets 1/3 of the fee. Another 1/3 of the fee goes to the recharging points. Also, this clean battery recharging network, that's why we actually forcing this here, that they come up everywhere. So 1/3 goes here of this fee. Keep in mind, you're receiving the Greenwell points for free, therefore you're happy to pay a fee to enabling the whole system. And 1/3 of the fee goes here with the administration of the whole thing, because this is quite an effort to get this all distributed and marketing, to get this really encouraged. And therefore, when we assume you pay 18% here, you gain an 82% gain. Yes, because you're getting those Greenwell points for free. And now we go further down to the title of a car driver, also the document. Here we have the Greenwell Points promissory note. That is 100,000 on this car here, on this Tesla S, zero emission of course. This is the title, the document which stays with this chassis number and with this registration number with the car forever. Forever. And this 100,000 is based on the Swiss franc exchange rate. So that's 100,000 equivalent of Swiss francs. But no cash, don't misunderstand, it's Greenwell points. This is the one you can use in a restricted way. See, this is the holder of 100,000 Greenwell points, calculated to the Swiss francs exchange rate. That means in Danish krone 612,000. These Greenwell points are issued a non-repayable grant, also for free, for zero-emission vehicle drivers and owners of the above vehicle. The contribution promise is meant that the Embedded Environmental Energy Trust, the issuer is the Embedded Environmental Energy Trust, will back CO2 reduction efforts by supporting the zero-emission battery recharging network with 1/3 of the Greenwell Points system net revenue originated from the Zero Emission Transportation Division. That is the cash, kind of, the Greenwell Points kind of cash is a cash saving, which goes out to the driver's account. Not more than 1%, also only 1% per month can be drawn, also 1,000 equivalent of Swiss francs, goes over to the account of the driver or the owner of that vehicle. So here we have the first installment, also the first availability, 6,115 Danish kroner, which is available for purchases by participating vendors. Important that you see and realize that it is only participating vendors can accept Greenwell Points. Every month that can be drawn to the Swiss franc exchange rate. It varies a bit once per month. You don't have to use it at all. You can leave it on the account. It costs nothing. I repeat, it costs nothing as long as you don't use it. When you use the free Greenwell Points for you, they're for you free, then the fee applies. And down here we see the support and cost calculation. The cost calculation is following that you are, when you're using here by the purchasing, by vendors, by shops, by participating people or anyone you transfer these Greenwell Points to, gets a fee. 6% is the Greenwell Points acceptance commission to the vendors, the one who accepted the Greenwell Points. He needs that because he has to handle this and so on, and he gets that in cash. 6% goes to the battery recharging network, the clean battery recharging network. Never forget that. Green administration expenses, also the green general administration expenses, is this figure here. So, this example, if you go and purchase for 14,700 kroner, you had an expense of 2,600 kroner, and supporting the battery network and supporting the vendor, also the dealer who takes your Greenwell Points. In fact, you're gaining 12,000 kroner by this turnover. So this is important that you see that. For the vendors, it doesn't look bad at all. Going to the vendor's account now, you can see there how it looks like. Here we have the example account for vendors. That means the shop owners where Green Points can be used as method of payment. So this looks different here for the vendors interested, the consumer one, also car driver comes in here and say, I buy this. The vendor says, oh, I take in Greenwell Points. Yes, but I take 100, I write it off as a discount. So, and with this one I trade forward. That means I'm using that to pay suppliers. So he splits that up, gives him an advantage because I take this in, I can take this a part as a discount, the other one I like to using it. Here is an interesting one, frozen secured. We have to secure by every transaction a certain amount of Greenwell Points. So this is visualized with 40 transactions and then is back. That means 2.5% will be frozen on his account. This is against inflation, so we don't want to make inflation. We're very responsible here not to create inflation with flooding green points out. So therefore you only can take 1% of your promise to use up every month. So we take this serious as a kind of a currency. So therefore he has an income here on that column of 1,300 Danish kroner equivalent in green points. He write off 700 as discounts. Altogether he gets in 2,100 Greenwell Points. On this one he gets those 6% of, also 1/3 of the fee you pay by using Greenwell Points. Therefore we have this situation here. He can use up to suppliers as method of payment. So he used the 900 as method of payment. Here gets an administration fee of 2.5%. So therefore, he gets in cash that 1/3, also 6% in our example, 126 krona in cash. He incurred a little fee by using the Greenwell Points as method of payment, therefore 22 krona, so he gained 103 kronas by accepting Greenwell Points, get additional customers, because you probably wouldn't go there as car driver, because he takes Greenwell Points, he goes on select that particular store. So the store owner is interested, gets additional customers, and you as a driver, you're supporting that whole network. So here this is the example again for the shop, the one who accepts. That's for the driver of this vehicle, electric vehicle, gets this account. And here is the promissory note, the title. The promissory note stays with the car. If you sell the car, it goes with the car. Not necessarily the account. The remaining bit goes with the car. And you can stay with the account. The account is personal, stays with you. Title goes with the car. That's the concept. So you probably see by now that is an interesting concept, the Greenwell Point system, also to award good things people doing. And we believe this is a really viable proposition, which supporting the good things we can do now, because we have to do something in today's world. We all know that we must find new ways to encourage electric cars in this example here. And other good things can be, the Greenwell Points is for everything, for every good things people are doing. So it's not only restricted for cars, but we think it for the car, electric cars, is a good way to start this in Denmark. This is the start in Denmark with this. Well, we are excited about it, yes, so please join us in whichever way you can do. I look forward to your response. Thank you very much.